Hi everyone, I'm Candy from Susan's family. Today I'm bringing you a rose crossbody bag. This product is divided into the main part: flap, strap, lace trim, flowers, vines, and leaves. Start by learning the main part. Start with a foundation chain, crocheting in rounds counterclockwise, using double crochet, DC2 in 1, DC2 tog, chain, and slip stitch. Watch the demonstration. Take the yarn. For convenient watching, I'm using a different color for demonstration. For specific yarn, color scheme and hook size, please refer to the detail page of our product and paper instructions. Hold the yarn tail. First make a slip knot. Hold the yarn with left hand. Hold the hook with right hand. Insert into the knotted loop. Adjust the loop size to a proper position. Now begin casting on. Follow the pattern to make the corresponding number of chains. This completes the casting on. Now work the first round. Make 3 chains as beginning chain. Counts as 1 double crochet, then on the 4th stitch from the end. Pick up 1 strand on the top of the chain and make 2 double crochets. On the left side, pick up 1 strand on the top of the chain. Work 1 double crochet per stitch. Continue working until the second to last stitch. Now you've reached this position. On the left chain, you need to make 6 double crochets in the same stitch. Work while rotating the piece. Then move to the other side of the chain. Pick up the other 2 strands of the chain, which is the insertion point for the double crochets on this side. Work 1 double crochet per stitch. Continue all the way to the second to last stitch. Pay attention, do not work into the same insertion point where you made the 6 double crochets. Place the starting yarn tail above the hook, and weave in as you go. After completing the second to last stitch, pick up the other 2 strands on the left chain, and work 3 double crochets. After completing, pick up the 2 strands of the 3rd chain stitch in the beginning chain. Join with a slip stitch. The joining slip stitch does not count as a stitch. Gently tighten. This completes the first round. Let's take a look. The side of the fabric facing us. is considered the right side of the entire fabric, with clear texture, while the wrong side has blurry texture. We'll take the clear side as the right side. Pick up a few strands to mark. Trim off the excess yarn tail from the beginning chain. Move on to round 2. Make 3 chains as beginning chain, which counts as 1 double crochet, corresponding to the insertion point below the beginning chain. Then work 1 double crochet into the insertion point of the slip stitch from the previous round, forming a special double crochet increase with the beginning chain. Work a double crochet increase by picking up the double crochet stitch on the left. A double crochet increase means working 2 double crochets in the same stitch, due to the slip stitch made on the beginning chain. The left stitch is slightly puckered. Everyone should pick up these 2 strands to crochet. One, 2. This completes the double crochet increase. Work a double crochet increase on the left stitch. Once completed, pick up the left stitch, and work 1 single crochet in each stitch. Continue working until reaching the 6 double crochets on the left that are worked into the same position. Once completed, now you've reached this position. On the 6 double crochets on the left, pick up the stitches and work 1 double crochet increase each. After completing the 6 double crochet increases, work 1 single crochet in each stitch on the left stitch. Work all the way to the 4th to last stitch. Work 1 double crochet increase on each of the last 3 stitches. Once completed, pick up the top of the beginning chain's 3rd chain stitch. Join with a slip stitch. This completes round 2. The stitch patterns used from round 3 to round 5 have already been demonstrated in the previous 2 rounds, which means increasing evenly at both ends and working even in the middle. Follow the increase pattern shown in the chart. Work all the way to the end of round 5. Remember to make the beginning chain at the start. Don't forget to finish with a slip stitch at the end. And note that the beginning chain counts as 1 double crochet. I've already completed it here. Now let's work on round 6. This round requires decreasing evenly at both ends, while keeping the middle unchanged, still working even in the middle. Make 3 chains as beginning chain. Counts as 1 double crochet, work 6 double crochets in the left stitch. When completed, The next stitch is a double crochet decrease. First work an incomplete double crochet in each of the 2 left stitches. Work 1 incomplete double crochet in the first stitch. Yarn over the hook. Insert the hook into the left stitch. Pull the yarn through, yarn over, and pull through the first 2 loops. Completing 1 incomplete double crochet, work another incomplete double crochet in the left stitch. There will be 3 loops on the hook when completed. Yarn over and pull through all loops at once. That completes the double crochet decrease. Then refer to the chart for the corresponding number of double crochets. Continue working until before the next double crochet decrease. Now you've reached this position. The next stitch is a double crochet decrease. First work 1 incomplete double crochet in each of the 2 left stitches. Work 1 incomplete double crochet in each stitch on the left side. When completed, yarn over and pull through all loops at once. That completes another double crochet decrease. Then follow the stitch pattern in the chart. Continue working until the last stitch is finished. Remember to decrease in the middle as needed. Everyone be careful not to make mistakes. Finish with a slip stitch join. This completes round 6. For the remaining rounds, except for round 8 and the second to last round, decrease evenly at both ends. Work even in the middle. All other rounds are worked 1 stitch per stitch from the previous round. 1 stitch corresponds to 1 stitch. Follow the stitch pattern in the chart. Continue working until the final round is completed. Don't forget to make the beginning chain at the start. Don't forget to work a slip stitch at the end. And the beginning chain counts as 1 double crochet. I've already worked it ahead here. After completing the final round, work 1 chain stitch to secure at the end. Leave a 5-10 cm yarn tail, and cut the yarn. Hide the reserved yarn tail on the wrong side of the fabric. That's the crocheting method for the main part of the bag. Set it aside for now. Next, let's learn the crocheting method for the flap. Start with an adjustable magic ring. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise. Sew it onto the main part of the bag after completion. New stitch techniques used include DC2 puff, single crochet, half double crochet and reverse single crochet. Please watch the demonstration. Take the yarn. First, cast on the adjustable magic ring. After completing the starting chain, work the first round, working 2 chains as beginning chain, which counts as an incomplete double crochet. Next, work a double crochet in the loop. Together with the starting chain, forming a special DC2 puff. The stitch of this double crochet is the stitch of the bobble. Next, chain 1 as a bridge. The next stitch is DC2 puff. We'll call it bobble for short later. The crocheting method for DC2 puff, similar to the double crochet decrease technique, but with a different insertion point. First, work 2 incomplete double crochets in the magic ring loop. Then complete them by yarn over and pull through all loops at once. This completes 1 bobble stitch. Continue with chain 1 as a bridge. We consider 1 bobble stitch and 1 chain as a group sequence. Later, follow this group sequence. Refer to the chart to finish the round. After completing the last chain, pull tight the starting tail of the yarn. Tighten the center of the piece. Insert hook into the special bobble stitch, and make a slip stitch to join. This completes the first round. Continue to crochet round 2. First, make a slip stitch transition in the left side space. Then work 3 chains as beginning chain. Counting as 1 double crochet, work 1 double crochet in the same space as the slip stitch. 2 chains as transition. Work 2 double crochets in the left side space. Then work 2 double crochets in each space afterwards, with 2 chains as transition between every 2 double crochets. Follow the pattern chart to complete this round. After completing the last 2 chains, join with a slip stitch. Count 1, 2, 3 from bottom to top. This completes round 2. Then proceed to crochet round 3, chain 1. Then work 1 slip stitch in the left chain space. This adjusts the beginning chain position. Work 3 chains as beginning chain. Work 1 double crochet in the same space. Chain 1 as transition. Continue to work 2 double crochets in the same space. Chain 1 as transition. Work 2 double crochets in the left side space. Chain 1 as transition. Work 2 more double crochets in the same space. Chain 1. Then follow the stitch pattern in the second space. Refer to the chart to complete this round. Join with a slip stitch. This completes the third round. For the fourth round, chain 1 first. Work a slip stitch transition in the left side space. This adjusts the beginning chain position. Work 3 chains as beginning chain. Work 1 double crochet in the same stitch. Chain 1 as transition. Then work 3 double crochets in each space. With chain 1 as transition between every 3 double crochets, follow the chart to complete this round. Finish with 1 double crochet in the starting space. This completes the stitch pattern for the first space. Join with a slip stitch. This completes the 4th round. You can refer to the pattern to measure the fabric dimensions. If the measurements differ significantly, it's recommended to adjust your tension and recrochet. Moving on to crochet the 5th round. Work 1 chain as the beginning chain for single crochet. The beginning chain for single crochet does not count as a stitch. Then work a single crochet in the insertion point of the slip stitch from the previous round. Make a single crochet on the left stitch and chain space. 1 single crochet in each stitch. Work all the way down to complete this round. Finish with a slip stitch to join with the first single crochet. This completes the 5th round. In subsequent rounds with fewer increases, or no increases at all, the fabric may naturally curl, which is a normal phenomenon. Move on to crochet the 6th round. Work 2 chains as beginning chain, counting as 1/2 double crochet, corresponding to the first single crochet below. Starting from the left stitch, work 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. Continue crocheting the entire round. Finally, pick up both strands of the second chain in the beginning chain. Join with a slip stitch. This completes the 6th round. Continue to crochet the 7th round. Work 3 chains as beginning chain. Then work 2 double crochets into the insertion point of the slip stitch. Skip 1 stitch on the left. Work 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Skip 1 stitch. Work 5 double crochets in the left stitch. Consider these 5 double crochets as a fan stitch. Continue to skip 1 stitch and work 1 single crochet. Skip 1 stitch and work 1 fan stitch, which means work 5 double crochets in the same stitch. Then follow the pattern of 1 single crochet, 1 fan stitch, skipping 1 stitch between them. Refer to the chart and complete the last single crochet. After completing the last single crochet, work 2 more double crochets at the placement of stitches for the double crochet. Finish with a slip stitch join. This completes the 7th round. Now work the 8th round going down. First chain 6 as a transition. In the middle double crochet stitch of the left fan stitch, make a slip stitch. Do not tighten. Note that slip stitches indicated by solid oval symbols mean not to tighten. This will not be repeated later. From now on, follow the pattern. First chain 6. Into the middle double crochet stitch of the left fan stitch. Work a slip stitch according to the pattern. Continue all the way down this round. The last slip stitch. Work into the insertion point of the slip stitch from the previous round. Do not join with the first stitch, using a slip stitch at the end. This completes the 8th round. Continue to crochet the 9th round. Work a slip stitch transition into the left side chain space. Then make 3 chains as beginning chain. Work 5 double crochets into the same chain space. Once completed, next work a double crochet into each large chain space. Follow the stitch count shown in the pattern chart to finish this round. Finish with a slip stitch join. This completes the 9th round. Remaining rounds do not involve new techniques or stitch patterns. Follow the pattern chart to crochet all the way to the second to last round. I've already crocheted this part in advance. Now let's work on the final round. Make 1 chain as beginning chain, then rotate the crochet hook counterclockwise. Insert into the stitch of the last single crochet from the previous round. Place the hook above the yarn. Hook the yarn. Pull through the stitch. There are now 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, draw through the first 2 loops. 1 reverse single crochet is completed. Then work another reverse single crochet. First rotate the crochet hook counterclockwise. Insert into the right side stitch. Place the hook above the yarn. Hook the yarn. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. The second reverse single crochet is completed. Then the remaining part starts from the right side stitch. Work reverse single crochets evenly into each stitch. Everyone finish this round. After completing the last reverse single crochet, leave a 60 cm yarn tail, and cut the yarn. Pull the yarn through. Thread the yarn tail through the yarn needle. Then sew a few stitches along the first stitch position on the right side. This connects the beginning and ending together. Then take out the main part of the bag. Press it flat along the starting point. Fold the flap over the opening from back to front. The edge of the last round of the flap at the back aligns with the center position of the 9th round, from the end on the main part. Then along the opening position. Secure this length at the back with yarn. The front part doesn't need to be secured. Then sew the flap onto the main part, using the reserved yarn from the flap. Now watch my demonstration. When securing the tail end of the thread at the folded part of the bag opening, once secured well, begin sewing. Pick up a few strands on the surface of the main part. And sew them together with a few strands on the wrong side of the flap. While sewing, check if the flap is sewn crooked. If it's crooked, adjust it in time. Keep sewing this section until it's done. After completing, tie off and weave in the ends. This concludes the crochet method for the flap. Tuck the starting tail a few stitches. Next, make the strap. Simply crochet a shrimp stitch about 110 centimeters long. You can adjust the length based on your preference and yarn amount. Make adjustments as needed. Here's a crochet method I'll provide. Watch the demonstration first before crocheting. Pay attention to leaving long tails at both the beginning and end positions for sewing purposes. Now demonstrating the crocheting technique of shrimp stitch. Chain cast on. Chain 2. Insert the hook into the back loop of the first chain. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over again, pull through both loops on the hook. Keep the crochet hook steady. Rotate the fabric clockwise underneath. Then, pick up 2 strands with the hook. Yarn over. Pull through. Yarn over again, pull through all loops on the hook. Continue rotating the fabric clockwise. Pick up 2 strands with the hook. Yarn over. Work a single crochet. Continue rotating the fabric clockwise downward. Pick up the same 2 vertical strands, and work a single crochet. Repeat this method continuously afterward. Rotate the fabric clockwise. Then pick up the 2 vertical strands on the upper left, and work a single crochet. Crochet until reaching the desired length. Secure with 1 chain stitch. Leave yarn tails. Cut the yarn. If you need to sew, leave long yarn tails. This is the crocheting technique of shrimp stitch. Shrimp stitch crocheting is finished. Next, proceed with attaching. Sew directly onto the folded ends of the bag opening. Sewing method is not specified, as long as it's securely sewn. After one side is sewn, sew the other side as well. That's the making method of the strap. After the strap is completed. Next, learn the crocheting method of lace trim. Lace trim is divided into lace trim 1, lace trim 2, tulle embroidery lace trim, elastic lace trim, cotton yarn lace trim. The first 2 lace trims need to be crocheted. The last 3 lace trims are pre-made and don't need crocheting. After crocheting is finished, sew them onto the corresponding position. I'll demonstrate the crocheting method for lace trim 1 first. Using chain cast on method, work back and forth in rows. Finally sew it onto the main part. Please watch the demonstration. Get the yarn. First refer to the pattern and chain the corresponding number. After casting on is completed, let's work row 1. Make 3 chains as beginning chain. Counts as 1 double crochet, then work 2 chains as transition. work a double crochet in the 11th stitch from the end. Two chains transition. Skip one stitch on the left side, work a double crochet in the next stitch. Then follow by working 2 chains and skipping 1 stitch. Work a double crochet on the left side as a pattern. Repeat 3 more times. After completing, work 3 chains as transition. Skip 3 stitches and work a single crochet. Continue with 3 chains as transition. Skip 3 stitches below. We consider the sequence from the first double crochet, after the beginning chain to the current stitch, as a repeating sequence. The following part is to repeat this sequence. Everyone follow the pattern chart to complete this row. After completing the last double crochet of the final sequence, work 3 chains as transition. Skip 3 stitches and work a double crochet. This completes the first row. Continue to crochet the second row, make 3 chains to start, count as 1 double crochet, turn the work. These 3 chains correspond to the last double crochet of the previous row. Move on to work 1 chain as transition. Work 3 double crochets into the left side stitches. Because you turned the work, the stitches correspond to the top left corner position. If you can't find it, you can flip to the right side to check. After completing these 3 double crochets, we consider them as 1 leaf. Continue working 1 leaf on each of the next 4 left side stitches, which means working 3 double crochets into each stitch, that is, working 3 double crochets into each stitch. After completing, work 3 chains as a transition. Skip the single crochet and chain below, work 1 leaf into the left side double crochet stitches. Following this, work leaves into the double crochet stitches. Correspondingly make 3 chains as a transition above the single crochet. Complete this row according to the pattern chart. After finishing the last leaf, work 1 chain as a transition. Then pick up the 2 strands of the 3rd chain stitch in the beginning chain on the left side. Work a double crochet, counting from right to left the 4th stitch. This completes the second row. Now let's work on the third row. Make 3 chains to start. Turn the work. Work 1 chain as a transition. Then into the double crochet corresponding to the beginning chain. Work 1 double crochet, which means pick up the last stitch of the previous row to crochet. Work 2 chains as a transition. Work 1 leaf in the gap between the left leaves. Continue working 1 leaf in each of the 4 gaps between the left leaves. Work 1 leaf in each gap. After completing, work 2 chains as a transition. Work 1 double crochet in the left chain space. 2 chains. 1 double crochet. 2 chains. We'll take the stitch pattern from the first leaf to now. Consider it as a sequence. Then follow this sequence. Refer to the chart to complete this row. After completing the last leaf, work 2 chains as a transition. Then pick up the 2 strands of the third chain in the starting chain on the left side. Work 1 double crochet, 1 chain. Work 1 more double crochet in the same stitch. This completes row 3. No new stitch techniques are used in the following rows. Before starting each row, work a turning chain. Then turn the work and crochet the next row. The last stitch is always worked into the turning chain of the previous row. When encountering stitches, pick up the stitches to crochet. When encountering chain spaces, pick up the chain spaces to crochet. When encountering gaps between leaves, pick up the gaps to crochet. Complete the remaining rows according to the chart. This finishes the crocheting method for lace trim 1. Set it aside for now. After completing lace trim 1, let's move on to lace trim 2. Lace trim 2 has 2 layers. The first layer uses the foundation chain method for the mesh pattern. Crochet back and forth in rows. Once completed, join the yarn to the first layer lace trim and crochet the second layer lace trim. Please watch the demonstration. Take the yarn. First chain 5. Then work 1 treble crochet in the 5th chain from the hook. The crocheting method is yarn over twice. Insert the hook into the corresponding position. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over again. Pull through the first 2 loops on the hook. Repeat 3 times. Once. Twice. 3 times. This completes 1 treble crochet. This completes 1 mesh pattern. Move on to the second mesh pattern. Chain 5. Then pick up the center position of the first mesh pattern. Work 1 treble crochet, yarn over twice. Insert the hook. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over again, and pull through the first 2 loops. Repeat 3 times. This completes another treble crochet. This completes the second mesh pattern. Follow the crocheting method of the second mesh pattern. Complete the remaining quantity of mesh patterns. This completes all mesh patterns. Now work on the first row, make 3 chains as beginning chain. Turn the work. At this point the chains of the mesh patterns are on top. The treble crochets are below, then work a double crochet into the treble crochet stitch. Pick up the entire chain of the mesh pattern on the left side, and work 2 double crochets. Chain 1 as transition. Work 2 more double crochets in the same stitch. Continue with 3 chains as transition. Work 1 single crochet into the hole on the left side. 3 chains. We consider the stitch techniques from the second double crochet to now, as a sequence. I'll demonstrate another sequence. Work 2 double crochets into the hole on the left side. Chain 1. 2 double crochets. 3 chains. Work 1 single crochet into the next hole. 3 chains. This completes the second sequence. Following this, continue repeating the second sequence's demonstration, until reaching the last mesh pattern position on the left side. Now we've reached this position. Work 2 double crochets at the insertion point of the treble crochet on the left side. This completes the first row. Now let's work on the second row. Make 3 chains to start. Turn the work. These 3 chains correspond to the last double crochet of the previous row. Work 1 double crochet on the left stitch. Work 2 double crochets into the left chain space. Chain 1. Work 2 more double crochets in the same position. Chain 5 as a transition. Skip the single crochet and chain below. Work 2 double crochets into the chain space between the double crochets on the left side. Chain 1. 2 double crochets. Follow this stitch pattern from the 5 chains to now. Work all the way down this row. The last 2 double crochets go into the last 2 stitches. This completes the second row. Rows 3 to 6 don't use any new stitch techniques. Before starting each row, work a beginning chain. Then turn the work to crochet the next row. The last stitch always goes into the beginning chain of the previous row. When you encounter a stitch, pick up the stitch to crochet. When you see a space, work into the chain space. Follow the pattern chart to complete these rows. Once completed, now let's work on row 7. Make 1 beginning chain. Turn the work. Work a slip stitch in each of the first 4 stitches. Don't pull too tight. Single crochet in the left side space. Chain 1. Skip the left side single crochet and chain stitch. Double crochet in the left side double crochet stitch. Chain 2 as a bridge. On the left side, work a double crochet decrease first. Then chain 2 as a bridge, repeating this pattern. Repeat 7 times. When completed, work a double crochet in the last double crochet stitch. Chain 1 as a bridge. Skip the left side single crochet and chain stitch. Single crochet in the chain space between the left side double crochets. Chain 1. Then follow the previous demonstration. Refer to the chart. Continue until the last chain space position. When the last single crochet is completed, pick up the last 4 stitches and work slip stitches in each. This completes row 7. Continue to row 8. Chain 1 to begin. Turn the work. Skip 1 stitch. Pick up both loops of the left side 3 slip stitches, and work 3 slip stitches. Chain 1 as a bridge. Work a leaf in the chain space formed by the left side 2 chains. After completing, chain 1 as a bridge. Next, work a leaf in the chain space formed by 2 chains. Chain 1 as a bridge between each leaf. Follow the chart to complete the last chain stitch. When the last chain stitch is completed, pick up the V-shaped loops of the slip stitches on the left side, and work 4 slip stitches, counting from the left. This completes row 8. For the last row, first chain 4. Then turn the work. Single crochet in the first chain space on the left side. Next, follow the pattern, chain 4 first. Then single crochet in the chain space. Complete this row. After completing the last 4 chains, pick up any few strands on the left edge, and work slip stitches. Cut the yarn and weave in ends. Weave in a few more stitches. This completes the first layer of lace trim. Now work the second layer of lace trim. Turn the wrong side of the last row of the first lace trim toward you. Insert the hook into the first hole, on the right side of the last row. Join the yarn. Take the yarn. Make a slip knot first. Hold the yarn with left hand. Place it on the hook. Pull the yarn through. Adjust the loop size. Joining the yarn is done. Make 3 chains as beginning chain. Work 1 double crochet in the same stitch. Two double crochets on the left side like this. 1 chain, 2 double crochets. Placement of the stitch in the middle. From the wrong side to the right side, work 2 double crochets. One chain and 2 double crochets. The right side looks like this when completed. Continue with 3 chains as transition. Work 1 single crochet in the chain space of 3 chains on the left side of the same row. From the wrong side to the right side. Pick up the chain and crochet. Three chains as transition. The 5th row from the left side. Work 2 double crochets in the middle of 6 double crochets. From the wrong side to the right side, work 2 double crochets. One chain and 2 double crochets. Continue with 3 chains as transition. Work 1 single crochet in the chain space of 3 chains on the 5th row from the left side. Three chains as transition. On the left side of the same row, work 2 double crochets like this. 1 chain, work 2 double crochets between the double crochets. One chain and 2 double crochets. For similar positions later, I won't repeat the explanation. Continue with 3 chains as transition. On the left side of the same row, in the chain space of 3 chains, work 1 single crochet. Three chains as transition. On the 5th row from the left side, in the middle of 6 double crochets, work 2 double crochets. 1 chain and 2 double crochets. 3 chains as transition. On the 4th row from the left side, work 1 single crochet in the chain space of 3 chains. Three chains. Follow the previous demonstration for stitch techniques and insertion points. Complete this row. The last 2 double crochets. Work in the hole at the left edge of the last row. This completes the first row. Continue to crochet the second row. Make 3 chains as beginning chain. Turn the work. Work 1 double crochet on the left side. Work 2 double crochets in the adjacent chain space. 1 chain and 2 double crochets. 5 chains as transition. Work 2 double crochets in the third chain space on the left side. One chain and 2 double crochets. 5 chains as transition. Follow this demonstration for the rest. Refer to the chart to complete this row. This completes the second row. The remaining rows don't use new stitch techniques or methods. Just follow the chart to finish crocheting. Weave in the ends. This completes the crocheting method for lace trim too. Now demonstrate sewing the lace trim. First, sew the cotton yarn lace trim onto the flap. Take the sewing thread. Cut about 60 centimeters of yarn tail, and insert into a thin needle. The yarn tail has one long side and one short side. Position the motif with the wrong side facing you. Find the rightmost position. Take the lace trim. Align it with the bag opening position. We'll sew the lace trim onto the last round of the flap. The lace trim has holes along the edge. First, secure it to the flap with thread. Sew a few stitches through the first 2 holes. Pay attention to keep visible stitches from showing on the front side of the flap, to avoid affecting the appearance. After sewing, gently pinch the position of the first 3 holes with your right hand. Push and fold backward with your left hand. Making the overlap about 1 centimeter in length. About the distance of 2 single crochets. Then secure it with thread. Once secured well, push and fold forward with your left hand. The overlap position should also be about 1 centimeter in length. The distance between the 2 folds can be slightly touching, or have a 0.5 centimeter distance between them. After folding, secure it with thread. Done. Push and fold backward. Secure it with thread. It should have this curve. Continue folding forward. Secure it with thread. Push and fold backward. Secure it with thread. Repeat this process. Fold forward. Fold backward. Sew along the entire length of the flap. When approaching the ending position, If there isn't enough distance for pleating, skip the pleating. Align with the bag opening edge. Trim off the excess part. Tie a knot and cut the thread. That completes the cotton yarn lace trim. Next, sew on lace trim 1. I'll demonstrate using a swatch with fewer rows. Sew the cast-on edge onto the main part. Note that lace trim 1 should be placed on the front side of the bag. Extend both ends backward. The middle of the cast-on edge should align with round 10 of the main part. Move both ends up by 1 round. The bottom edge should perfectly align with the starting point of the main part. If it's too long, move the sewing position upwards. So that the last row of the lace trim aligns with the main part's position. Once the position is confirmed, secure with yarn. There's no requirement for the sewing height at the back. Adjust according to your preference. Continue taking lace trim 2. Sew the middle position onto round 15 stitches. Extend both ends backward. And up to approximately 2 rounds. Secure with yarn. Then check if the lace trim position is satisfactory. If not, adjust slightly. Adjust until you're satisfied. Now let's sew. Cut a sewing thread longer than the lace trim starting point. Thread the needle. Pick up a few threads on the main part surface to secure the yarn tail. Then start sewing. When sewing, pick up a few threads on the main part surface. And sew to the side of the lace trim starting point. There's no specific sewing method required, just make sure it's securely sewn. Follow this method. Sew the starting point of lace 1 completely. That's how lace 1 is finished. Continue sewing lace 2. Same method. Sew lace 2 properly. That concludes the sewing method for lace 1 and lace 2. Next, take out the tulle embroidered lace. With the embroidered part facing down and the tulle facing up, cover about half of lace 2. The distance on the tulle side. Leave a small gap at the circular position like this. Then fold it backward. Both sides should wrap around lace 2. Or about 10 double crochets away from the bag's fold. Secure both ends with yarn. Once secured, also secure the middle part. Done. Check if the position is satisfactory. If not, adjust it to your preferred position. Then take new yarn to sew. Now demonstrate the sewing method. The method is similar to lace 1. Only one is a fabric piece, and the other is a finished lace. That concludes the tulle embroidered lace. Next, sew on the elastic lace trim. Align the tulle side with the 6th last round of stitches on the main part. Both ends should align with the 3rd last round of stitches. Secure with yarn. Once completed, close the flap. Tidy up. Check the effect. Start sewing once you're satisfied. Sew along the elastic edge on the tulle side. Follow the same sewing method as the previous lace. Sew on the elastic lace trim. That concludes the sewing method for the lace trim. That covers all the lace trims. Once the lace is completed. Next, let's move on to the remaining parts. First, crocheting the vines. Then, crocheting the flowers and leaves. Assemble them at the corresponding positions. I'll demonstrate the crocheting method for the vines first. Take the yarn. Start by leaving a 10 cm yarn tail. First, make a foundation chain of 3 stitches. After completion, insert the hook into the second to last stitch, and pull the yarn through. Then insert into the last stitch and pull the yarn through. Now there are 3 loops on the hook. Pinch the position of the last stitch with your left hand. To prevent the yarn from slipping off, release the second and third chains from the hook. Yarn over and pull through the first chain. Insert the hook into the second chain, yarn over and pull through. Then insert into the third chain, yarn over and pull through. This completes the first row. Continue to crochet the second row. Pinch the position of the last stitch with your left hand to prevent the yarn from slipping off. Release the second and third chains from the hook. Yarn over and pull through the first chain. Insert the hook into the second chain, yarn over and pull through. Then insert into the third chain, yarn over and pull through. This completes the second row. Now crochet the third row. Pinch the position of the last stitch with your left hand to prevent the yarn from slipping off. Release the second and third chains from the hook. Yarn over and pull through the first chain. Insert the hook into the second chain, yarn over and pull through. Then insert into the third chain, yarn over and pull through. This completes the third row. Continue crocheting in this way. Crochet until it's about the length of one index finger. Then pull on the crocheted vine. Make sure all 3 sides have this braided texture. Following this method, crochet all the way down to the required length. Pay attention, the length needs to be longer than the strap. When completed, yarn over and pull through once. Then chain 1 to secure. Leave a 10 cm yarn tail, and cut the yarn. Hide the reserved yarn tail inside the fabric. This completes the crocheting technique for the vine. Position the vine centered on the strap. The extra length on both ends beyond the strap is up to your preference. Then in the middle position use yarn. Wrap the strap and vine together for about 10 centimeters. Start by leaving a 5 centimeter yarn tail overlapping with the strap. Then begin wrapping. When finished, leave a 15 centimeter yarn tail, and cut the yarn. After completion, secure the yarn well. Just make sure it doesn't unravel. This completes the wrapping. After wrapping, next learn how to make leaves. Use chain cast on method. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise. When completed, leave a long yarn tail for sewing. Take the yarn. First refer to the pattern to make corresponding number of chain stitches. After casting on, make one beginning chain. Starting from the second stitch from your hook, pick up one strand on the top of the chain and make one single crochet, 1/2 double crochet, 6 double crochets. One-half double crochet. Make 4 single crochets in the last chain stitch. Rotate the piece. Pick up the other 2 strands and make 1/2 double crochet. Pay attention not to insert into the same stitch as the previous 4 single crochets. Place the starting yarn tail above the hook and weave in as you go. 6 double crochets. One-half double crochet. Make 2 single crochets in the last chain stitch. Join with the first stitch using a slip stitch. Leave a 15 cm yarn tail. Thread the needle. Cut the starting yarn tail. Sew onto the vine. Position is not required. Sew in your preferred position. Once completed, hide the yarn tail on the wrong side of the leaf. This completes one leaf. Repeat this process for the remaining leaves. Sew up the remaining leaves. That concludes the leaves. Next, learn how to make flowers. Divided into large and small roses. Both start with a foundation chain, working back and forth in rows. Once completed, match the finished product diagram, and sew onto the corresponding position. Please watch the demonstration. First, crochet the large rows. Start with a foundation chain. Then crochet the corresponding number of chain stitches. Here the number of chain stitches is larger. You can mark every 30 stitches. For example, I've crocheted 30 stitches now. Take a piece of different color yarn. Insert the hook into the 30th chain stitch. Pull the yarn through. Secure with a knot. If you have stitch markers at home, you can use them to mark. This is the 30th stitch. Later, you can mark at the 60th and 90th stitches as well. Convenient for counting stitches. Everyone finish the remaining chain stitches. This completes the starting chain. You can check the stitch count. After checking, you can cut off the marked yarn tail. Move on to the first row. Chain 1 as beginning chain. The turning chain of single crochet does not count as a stitch. Then work a single crochet in the last stitch of the starting chain, which is the second to last chain stitch here. Pick up the back loop. Work a single crochet. Then pick up the back loop of the adjacent chain stitch. Work a single crochet. Continue picking up the back loop of the remaining chains to work single crochets. Complete the entire row. This completes the first row. Now work the second row. Chain 3 as beginning chain. Turn the work. chain 3 as transition. Then work a double crochet in the last stitch of the previous row. Work 1 double crochet. Skip the next stitch underneath. Work 2 double crochets in the second stitch on the left side. Chain 3 as transition between double crochets. After completing, skip 1 stitch. Work 2 double crochets in the second stitch on the left side. Similarly, chain 3 as transition between double crochets. We consider the 2 double crochets on each stitch, and the 3 chains in the middle, as a cluster. This row is to repeat crocheting this sequence. Skip 1 stitch between each cluster. Continue crocheting this row to complete it. This completes the second row. Continue to the third row, chain 2 as beginning chain. Turn the work piece. Then work 4 double crochets in the chain space underneath. Chain 1 as transition between each double crochet. We consider these 4 double crochets here, together with the chains in between. Consider it as one pattern A. Work a single crochet in the left side chain space. Then work a pattern A in the adjacent chain space. Work a single crochet in the left side chain space. You need to work 7 pattern A in total here. We've already completed 2. Continue to finish the remaining 5 pattern A. Remember to work a single crochet between each pattern A. Look, this is what it looks like after completing 7 pattern A. Work another single crochet. Then work pattern B, which means work 5 double crochets in the left side chain space, with a chain stitch between each double crochet. One pattern B is completed. Downward. Everyone continue to finish the remaining quantity of pattern B and pattern C. Work a single crochet between each pattern. After both pattern B and pattern C are completed, work a single crochet, then work pattern D. First work 3 double crochets in the left side chain space. Don't forget to work the middle chain stitch. After the third double crochet is complete, work a chain stitch, then work another double crochet. Then work a CH1 picket. First work a chain stitch. Then pick up the strand of the double crochet stitch closest to you, and the strand on the left side. Work a slip stitch. The CH1 picket is complete. We'll call it picket for short later. Then work a chain stitch. Then work the remaining 3 double crochets. Don't forget to work the chain stitch. This completes one pattern D. Work a single crochet in the left side chain space. Let me demonstrate pattern D again. First work 4 double crochets. Don't forget to work the chain stitch. After the fourth double crochet is complete, first work a picket, work a chain stitch, then pick up the 2 strands here. Work a slip stitch. Another picket is complete. Work another chain stitch. Continue working the remaining stitches. The second pattern D is complete. Work a single crochet in the left side space. Everyone continue working the remaining 8 pattern Ds. After the last pattern D is complete, work 2 chain stitches. Then, on the beginning chain here, work a slip stitch join. This completes the third row. Work a chain stitch to secure. Leave about 60 centimeters yarn tail. Cut the yarn. Weave the starting tail into the fabric along the texture. Hide several stitches more, then cut off the excess tail. This completes a large rose flower piece. After the large rose flower is done, crochet the corresponding number of small rose flowers. The method is identical. Only the pattern quantity differs. Just follow the chart for crocheting. The rose flowers are now complete. Next, proceed to sewing. Take 1 rose flower. Insert the needle into the reserved yarn tail, with the right side of the last round facing up. Starting from the smallest petal, roll inward. Pinch the base tightly. After rolling all petals, securely sew the base together. First, transition the yarn to the first row position. Then begin sewing. Sew through several times to secure it well. Finally, tie a knot to secure. Do not cut off the excess yarn. Repeat this process for the remaining quantity of small and large rose flowers. Roll and secure them completely. Once done, take the large rose flower and sew it onto the front side of the flap, centered position. Three rounds away from the edge. No specific method required, just make sure it's securely fixed. Tie a knot to secure when done. Weave in the ends. This completes the large rose flower. After securing the large rose flower, evenly distribute the small rose flowers on both sides, then secure them with yarn as well. After securing, take out the corresponding number of small rose flowers, sew them onto the vines and strap. Position according to your preference. This completes the making method of the flowers. Up to this point, the entire product has been fully explained. If you have unclear parts during the crocheting process, don't hesitate to join our Facebook group to get supports. Susan's Family, supporting your handwork experience, sharing the joy of life. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.